All right, let's get real for a second. The traditional job hunt is broken. It's a soul-crushing numbers game designed to make you feel like just another resume in a digital pile of thousands. I know, because I was stuck in that loop. For 6 months, I was deep in the trenches of what I call the great remote job hunt of 2025. My mission? To secure not one, but multiple high-quality, fully remote roles. And you know what my biggest secret weapon was? It wasn't a fancy AI resume writer. It wasn't spending 12 hours a day hitting Easy Apply on LinkedIn. In fact, during that entire 6-month period, I consciously turned down over 10 remote job offers. And almost none of them came from those mainstream, crowded job boards where everyone and their mother is spamming applications. I realized early on that if you're clicking apply on a job posting that's been live for more than an hour, you're already late to the party. You're not a candidate, you're a data point. The competition is instant and it's massive. I knew there had to be a better way, a backstage pass to the job market that wasn't flooded with applicants. So I became a digital cartographer. I decided to map the hidden corners of the internet where real opportunities, the good ones, the ones that never make it to LinkedIn, are first born. I'm talking about niche communities, curated platforms, and insider networks where jobs are filled through conversations, not cold applications. This journey led me to discover a handful of incredible, under-the-radar resources, and one in particular that I have literally never heard anyone talk about on YouTube. This isn't about gaming the system, it's about working smarter and accessing a hidden layer of the job market that most people don't even know exists. Let's start with what might be the most powerful tool in your arsenal, and it's probably already on your computer. It's not a website, it's an ecosystem. I'm talking about Slack. Most of us think of Slack as that place where our boss pings us at 5 p.m. on a Friday. But flip the script. Slack isn't just for doing your work, it's for getting your work. The strategy here is tactical immersion. You want to position yourself at the very source where job opportunities bubble up before they ever get formalized, packaged, and posted to the public job boards. How does it work? It's all about joining the right Slack communities or workspaces. These are digital water coolers for specific industries. For me, working in the product management space, I searched for communities built by and for product people. Think groups like Product Buds, The Product Party, or Product Manager HQ. But this applies to almost any field. Developers, marketers, designers, writers, customer success, you name it, there's a Slack group for it. Within these communities, you don't just lurk in a #jobs channel. That's step 2. Step 1 is to actually become a valuable member. I made it a habit to log in a few times a week, scroll through the general or help channels, and answer questions where I could genuinely provide insight. You're not just there to take, you're there to contribute. This builds social capital. It transforms you from a random stranger into a known entity, a warm lead, as they say. Then, and only then, do you engage with the dedicated jobs channel. The opportunities posted here are often from founders, hiring managers, or team leads who are active members of that very community. They're looking for someone who speaks the language, who understands the context. Because the post is contained within the community, the applicant pool is orders of magnitude smaller and infinitely more qualified than the free-for-all on LinkedIn. You're not competing with 1,000 faceless resumes. You're competing with a few dozen people you might actually recognize from the #random channel. Finding these groups is easier than you think. A simple Google search for your industry Slack community is a great start. I also found incredible recommendations buried in Reddit threads. Honestly, my Google search bar is basically my question plus Reddit at this point. I also discovered a fantastic directory site called Slowfile, SLOFIL, which is a searchable database of public Slack communities. You can filter by topic and find your tribe in minutes. Now let's talk about a platform that operates on a similar principle but with a different vibe. Discord. It's not just for gamers anymore. The professionalization of Discord is real, with countless servers dedicated to specific tech stacks, creative fields, and entrepreneurial ventures. The strategy is identical. Find your niche server, engage authentically, and keep an eye on the job postings channel. While my personal success stories come more from Slack, I have friends in the developer world who swear by their Discord communities for finding contract work and full-time roles. It's an untapped frontier for many professions and absolutely worth exploring. If your primary goal is speed, getting your application in front of a decision maker literally within minutes of a role being conceived, then you need to look directly at the startup scene. A word of caution here: if your specific goal is overemployment, meaning holding down multiple jobs simultaneously, the startup world can be a double-edged sword. Early-stage startups often demand a level of passion and time commitment that can make coasting or managing multiple roles incredibly difficult. The culture is usually all hands on deck. However, if you're seeking one incredibly engaging and fast-moving role, this is your playground. My go-to platform for startup jobs has always been Wellfound, which you might remember as AngelList Talent. This platform is fantastic because it's built for the startup ecosystem. The profiles are streamlined, and very often, you're applying directly to the founder or a very early-stage hire. This is a huge advantage. It allows for hyper-personalization. Before I apply to any startup on Wellfound, I do 5 minutes of research. What did the founder previously do? What's their tech stack? Did they just raise a round? I'd weave a sentence or two about this into my application message. Instead of "to whom it may concern," it becomes "I saw your recent post about your Series A lead by VC firm and was particularly interested in your approach to." This immediately signals that you're invested and you've done your homework. So we've just covered the power of niche communities like Slack and Discord and how to strategically target high-growth startups on Wellfound. These strategies alone will completely transform how you look for remote work. But here's the thing, I'm just getting started. Because in part 2, I'm revealing my absolute #1 go-to job board, the one that's so good I almost didn't want to share it. Plus, I've got a genius method for using Product Hunt to get hired before a job is even officially posted, and the simple email trick that lets the best remote jobs find you.